Hey Professor, so the question is, I took your advice, wrote them from majorist, the modes, from majorist to minorist, or brightest to darkest. So instead of the I don't play loud music after lunch, Ionian, Dorian, Phrygian, Lydian, Mixolydian, Aeolian, Locrian, natural order, when you write them major and minor, you end up with Lydian, Ionian, Mixolydian, Dorian, Aeolian, Phrygian, and then Locrian. I wrote out C first because it would be easier to see which degrees are raised and which ones are lowered. But what I noticed is that when you go from Ionian to Lydian, you raise one, not the first degree, but you raise a single note. It's F, the letter name. Well, that makes me think of order of sharps. And sure enough, when you go down, the order that they go down in, the first one you flat, Mixolydian, is B, and then the next one you flat for Dorian, it's B, then E, and it goes P, A, D, G. So I tried it with all 12 letters of the alphabet, and it seems like the letter names are either sharped or flatted, raised or lowered in the order of circle of fifths if you're going up, circle of fourths if you're going down, and if they're already flatted, you just double flat them, or, you know. So am I crazy, or does it always follow that pattern of circle fifths, circle of fourths? And then question number 2 is, after you stack them in this order, you can count the number of sharps and number of flats, get your key signature, and know the parent scale. If we're writing a lead sheet, do we always write from the perspective of the parent scale? So if it's in A minor, instead of writing it in A, Aeolian, do we write it in C major and call the A minor the minor 6, make it easier on the musician to read? Or do we harmonize the mode and write it, the lead sheet, in that order where A minor is the 1? So do we always approach the lead sheet from parent scale perspective? The third question, I noticed in the 3 major modes there are 5 notes that the 3 major modes have in common, and the 3 minor modes, excluding Locrian because it's diminished and just doesn't cooperate with anything, the 3 minor modes have 5 notes in common. I'm now strongly convinced that that's where we get major pentatonic and minor pentatonic from, and that's why a guitar player can play a minor pentatonic and fit with anything that's not in a major key, and that's why minor pentatonic box is like the most popular scale ever, so for guitar players. So that was my other question, is that where the pentatonic scales are derived from? Thanks.